points tonight. Normally, you only get 3 comments. Tonight, you're going to get a bonus for your next comic has been seen on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. Give a big round of applause for Austin's own J.R. Brown. Thanks, Aaron. All right. I'm in such a great mood today. I tell you, I've been reading the Bible. Did I say Bible? I meant Facebook. If you're laughing at that, you have those friends that quote the Bible on Facebook. And if you're not laughing, amen, brothers and sisters. I reserve the right to make fun of religion. I'm Catholic. Just born, too. I didn't have a choice. So, yeah, talk about that. A Northeastern father and a German mom. Tell me how Catholic I am. That's, yeah, man. I didn't even go. I was home churched. Home church, right? Every Sunday, you just talk to your father through the screen door, right? He wouldn't let me into the house, so I told him what I did, so it was the confessional. But yeah, a German mom, like, real German. I think she was born in Bratwurst. I don't know where. But she learned to speak English. She married the soldier, my father, right? She learned to speak English watching American television programs overseas when I was a kid. And I could tell because of the things she'd say to me, like, your father and I are going out tonight and we'll be back after these messages. Can I go to the bowling alley? Sure, you can go, but you better get your ass back in this house by 9. 8 Central. That's my culture background. Speaking of culture, my ex-wife is from Piedras Negras, Coahuila.
What?
Yes. Or as we call it, Eagle Pass, Texas. 100%. I was married nearly a decade to a Mexican girl, and I got to tell you, the biggest obstacle was communication, because a lot of my relatives didn't speak Spanish, nor did a lot of her relatives speak English. So we'd get together and hash it out over a bottle of tequila. And her father had an amazing way of communicating. He would, his name is Arturo. He would talk to me in Spanish, English, and sound effects to get his point across. I'd ask him for directions to like McDonald's. He'd go, yeah, you get in the car? He said, todo derecho? And then you right? Which I think is Spanish to take a right at that point. Y cuando yo soy de mailbox, pues, right there. Entonces, there's the McDonald's, pues. I don't have hydraulics in my car, Arturo. Because of all the whistling, I decided to call him Arturo D2. He has a brother named Rogelio, which is just a really cool way of saying Roger, right? His thing was in Spanish, muy perfecto, but his English was entortemambayo. He would stutter and his eyes would just roll in the back of his head. Poor guy, he tried so hard, but you could see the switch on his face from Spanish to English. He'd be in the mid, hey, hey. No, okay. JR. That's what you were working on? I'm waiting for a paragraph to come flying out of his mouth. He's working on 2 letters. Like he's spinning a wheel of consonants in his head. JR. We got a divorce. I was living in LA at the time, and I thought, well, I'd take this experience of translating Spanish to English and back and forth, teaching ESL. So I started teaching English second language, but none of my students spoke Spanish. It was all Romanians, Bulgarians, Russians, Iranians, Tajikists. And the first day of class, I said, welcome to the USA. Right, this is ESL, I'm JR. And I hear in the back of the room, too many letters. So my Iranian student goes, what is JR? I'm like, good question. So I go to the alphabet chart, and I point at the J and the R. I go, teacher, his name is JR. But between that is KLMNOPQ. And my Russian student goes, oh, Chikol Minapaka! Okay! I have brother in mint Chikol Minapaka. Married, one of my co-workers, got recently married, my current future ex-wife. She's awesome. She just bought me a smartphone, and every time she calls me, a picture of her beautiful smiling face shows up on the big screen, right? Yeah, I love it. Every time she calls, But you know what I'm noticing? Sometimes, when she calls, I pick up that phone, and that tone of voice ain't matching that face anymore. And that's false advertising, in my opinion. The really smart phone would show the face she's making. Am I right, sir? You wouldn't pick up if your wife had this face. You'd be like, screw that, I'm claiming dead battery. Thank you guys very much. Enjoy the rest of the show.
J.R. Brown, ladies and gentlemen.